Well, hello. Okay, so we're gonna fight a zomboss, and this is what I do to fight zomboss. Two peppers. Remember, keep asking about how to free Palestine, and empathy towards humanity and who we are, and building, connections with other human beings. So it is our guy. Deplete his strength, refresh time. That's what we want. Deplete his. Okay. My thing. This guy will start like dropping down things. So because we have the shadow pea shooter, and I've done this before, I am actually using the sunflower, right? And then I'm going to use my power up. I'm gonna power them up. I'm gonna actually use the shadow power. I'm gonna do all shadow, all shadow. What else would we do? We could blow them away. I have been looking at the blow away. That's not too shabby. Again, like I said, you don't want to do. I do. You don't want to do splashy, even though he's our favorite. I'm gonna go with this, even though this kind of is. You know what I mean? And they're like, "What? What are you talking about, Willis?" And I'm like, "Exactly. That's what I'm talking about." We're gonna go for a little bit of money. So we're gonna set up this because this does not give me as much money as I'd like to. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with those. And then I think we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. We might take one of these out. We might put that in there. Let's go with this, and this. And I don't think we needed the thing, but are we using? Yeah, I forgot that. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. So how's your days going so far? How are you feeling? Are you still holding on to that positive consciousness that everybody loves so much as things rain down upon you and you're trying to understand how am I manifesting darkness? Well, a lot of it has to do with subconscious programming, and a lot of it has to do with not thinking positively, and a lot of it has to do with karma, and I'm sure a bunch of other stuff that I'm not sure about. But you know what? Positive thinking, I mean, what can it do? Hurt you? You know? I'm not saying don't be unrealistic, you know? But I'm just saying be positive. Try to look at situations from a positive perspective. What is the miracle that can happen? I think that when we communicate with other people, sometimes we can be negative ourselves. We can sit there like, that's never going to happen for you. I can tell you, there's been times when in high school, I was mean girl. I was total mean girl. And I'm not proud of it. It's something that is in my past. It's a shadow aspect of myself that I don't appreciate, that I seek to grow at all times. And what it is, it's about just growing, being a better person for the rest of humanity. I'll tell you a story, okay? So I used to have a friend in grade school, and he was my friend. Like, he was a good person. And we kind of fell apart. I don't know what happened. I think maybe, I was negative, he was negative. I don't know. Teens, we get weird. Teens get weird. And we say things that perhaps we shouldn't say, or we do things that we shouldn't do. We burn, who we are in the eyes of other people. So what happened was, prom was coming up, and then I said something like, "Who's gonna go with prom with you?" Like such a mean girl comment, right? And so what ended up happening, he took his backpack and he swung it, and it like almost hit my head, but it didn't. I should have been taken to the principal's office and or expelled or something like that from such a nasty thing that I said to, the guy. And it's just a horrible thing. It's just a horrible thing that kind of haunts me, from the way I treated someone in high school. And I did it in front of a bunch of people, and that's why I'm getting burned today in certain aspects of my life, perhaps, because of what I did and the karmic energy that created. And so, what do you do? What do you do? Do you just continue to be bad, or do you hope, to be a better person and move on and make better decisions? Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do, I think. There's people. that have different teachings about redemption and whatnot. It's like, I mean, how many times can you redeem yourself? That's a really great question from different aspects of yourself as a humanity. And people, we see what's going out there, we see what's going internally, and I think that that's really the question. How many times can we redeem ourselves in the eyes of the Lord, in the eyes of each other? What's the threshold that we're pushing? And sometimes, I mean, there's always a give of energy. There's always some kind of give of energy, whether you're choosing to give the energy or not choosing to give the energy. Because that and it's an interesting concept because people are creating. Now that strategy was not. I wasn't too happy about it. So I could upgrade, but I'm not going to right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? We are going to do ice. I'm going to do ice. I'm not gonna do this. I need monies. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna do ice. I'm just gonna do ice. Why? Because it's hot. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. All right, we're gonna put our ice in the back. We're gonna put this in the back. I mean, we put our mushrooms in the back. We're gonna put the ice in the front. There we go. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this, and then this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm gonna hope. Oh, you know what? Exactly. We forgot our guy. I'm sure he's gonna help us out a lot. He's very helpful. So consciousness, understanding, alternate realities. Aligning to your true self. Always being aware. Everyone is different. Everyone's different. And I think it's about trying to understand each other however we can, you know, and how we all communicate. For instance, Aquarius, they're self righteous. They think they're better than everybody else. But on such a level that you can't even understand and fathom it. Because they are really almost at the end of the cycle. They're right before Pisces. So they have this like this is the way. That's why they're like all involved in the world and how the world should be, and they don't feel connected to other people. They feel like they're a weirdo and a stranger in a strange land because they're like right at the edge. They see the future. They see what's coming. They see what could be. Pisces accepts it. Pisces is, and that's why they don't have a lot of ego, and they usually don't come off as people with a lot of ego, but they're very, very spiritual people with very deep, because they're the last ones. They're the last ones in the cycle. Now, see, look at that. Isn't that delicious? Look, Blowy is just doing his job like there's no tomorrow. Ice and Blowy. There should be a fire melon. That'd be nice. Alright, so Blowy is doing his great job. No one's coming in here. What you want to do is you want to be able to attack him enough so that it shocks him constantly and he's not able to do his special ability. That's how you kind of get it into the whole situation. So yeah, so consciousness. No one's perfect. No one's great. No one's the Messiah. Maybe I am. I don't know. I try. I think that's another sense of the ego of the Aquarius. Where the Aquarius thinks they all are so special to the world. They have an ego like you couldn't even imagine. It's beyond time and space. It's beyond material possessions and into this element of like just weirdness. But we do, Aquarius, offer a lot of insight into the world and how the world should be. So, listen to an Aquarius. So, do you know about the chart? Do you know how it works? Do you know the wheel? You know who's most important? Do you know who's the least important? Well, it's exactly, Aries is the baby, and Pisces is the grown person. And so, does that mean that some people are more mature than others spiritually? Yes and no. That's an interesting quest because a person could choose to come into a different sign in order to learn about that specific sign. For instance, let's say I was a Leo and in my previous life I was a strong leader and you know what I mean? In this life I might choose to be Aquarius to be more empathetic, more creative, more aligned to that thing, even though may have been things that should put me in a particular line. There's even deeper secrets about it. And but here's the thing: it's like I can't talk about some of those things because it might entice judgment. Already, you already go, oh, so Pisces is the best and Aries is the worst. No, no, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. And everybody brings something to the table. I think that that's really the one thing that we need to understand, that everybody brings something to the table. The ice people, the fire people, everybody. So, okay, do I think that our bowling ball can do the exact same efforts that our ice think? Or does ice actually nullify the effects of that trap that he does? I highly doubt it that it's programmed that way, but we're going to try it. Oh, Blover. Blover's a good stunner. He's a stunner. He's a good guy. He's a good stunner. I love me some Blover. Alright. Just one row of Blover should be enough, right? Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, so consciousness, understanding, different signs, different elements, what's the future, what's gonna happen, is the world balancing itself out? Are poor people gonna be richer? Are richer people gonna be poorer? What's supposed to happen? What's the new economy and what is it based on? Are the robots gonna take over? Are we all gonna die or are we all gonna thrive and live? Well, that's your answer right there. Fire, maybe not being aggressive and being all up in your face may not be the answer, as you see. Because they may come back and be like, I'm gonna burn you. And you're like, oh. See, so maybe that's the lesson of life today. Maybe we do double. Maybe we do double thing. The air thing, and then we try to fight it that way. But I think that the cooling, ice, refreshingness of the winter melon was something that was helping us a lot. But we're gonna keep chugging along. Anywho, what are you watching? What are you doing? What's your life like? I want to know. Tell me your secrets. Am I in them? Tell me your fears. Are you scared? I'm not afraid of who you are. We can fly. Can you tell me where that's from? In the comment section down below. I'll give you a special 10 bonus points. Yay! So yeah, so humanity. It's about thinking positive. That's honestly really what it is. It's about acting positive. It's about moving forward, getting rid of your corrections, looking at your corrections, looking at yourself in the mirror, be it accepting yourself, and being loved. That's really what it is. And accepting your mistakes and growing from them. There's a lot of stupid mistakes that I've personally made, that I've heard, a decent number of people, perhaps millions, perhaps billions of people, I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. I don't know. We never know the degree of impact that we have on humanity. But what we have to do is we have to keep trying. We have to keep trying to be good, I think, till our dying days. And that's what's really cool, that you can make YouTube videos, because you can take that to, beyond the afterlife, and then people can listen to you and be like, hey, that was Chesco, and then they can cry and be like, "Aw." But I'll be like, no, because I faked my own death. Haha. I would always. Oh my gosh. Like that, I think. I'm sorry, but that I think is the greatest thing that one can do in their lifetime, is to fake their own death. Like that's just such a wonderful thing. So I will always. I think that even if hospital something were to happen to me, I would always believe. I would love for people just to question. You know what I mean? Did he go up into space? Is he working on Plum Island? Does the CIA have him 20 feet underground, working on some secret things that nobody can know about? I don't know. I don't know, and I guess you'll never know, because I will never tell you, because they won't let me. So, are you excited about the X-Files coming back? Alright, so that's how that works. Do you believe in the honesty and goodness of the Lord and alignment to the universal powers that is? And by Lord, I don't mean man or woman or guy in a white robe, just energy, you know what I mean? The energy of the cosmos, of the universe of goodness. Let me know in the comment section down below. I do love you, and I do want to wish you a wonderful eternity. Thank you. Oh wait, you were still recording. All right. Well, free Palestine. I think that's what we were ultimately needing to say, right? What are you doing in order to help free Palestine? Let me know in the comment section down below. Take care.